joining us here. It is always a pleasure to have you in studio. How are you doing?
I am doing fine. Happy New Year to both of you.
Happy New Year to you as well. Ms. Luper, you're starting the new year off with something that is actually, people have talked about it from time to time, and finally it's about to come to fruition, a representation of African Americans at the Oklahoma State Capitol here. Make the dream of the Oklahoma African American History Plaza a reality right now. Tell us about the project.
The project is one that you have a chance to participate in every 100 years. That's why it's so important that I'm here today to explain to you that for over 100 years in Oklahoma, and in Oklahoma City, the capital of Oklahoma, there's no representation of blacks on the outside of the capital. On Martin Luther King's birthday in 2005, I stood in front of the Liberty Bell, and the desires, the dreams, and the hopes of my people just came down on me like a tornado. And at that time, I was able to say that I'm lonesome out here at the Capitol. I see the Indians that have certainly made a contribution. I see the whites that have made a contribution. But there are no blacks represented out here. I called upon the people in this state. Let's correct that. And the response was unbelievable. The Honorable Governor of Oklahoma, Brad Henry, said to me, "You're right, Clara, but no one has brought this to my attention." I said, "Well, brother, it's here, and we're going to get it."
All right.
So we started out, and we were very fortunate that we were able to get Mrs. Thelma Parks, who's president of the Into Art Society, and they had written in a proposal to put a Buffalo Soldiers there. Where Mrs. Parks, Lady Hunter, Calvin Luper, Bruce Fisher, and all of us met. Our next step was to go to Mr. Wade, the executive director of the Centennial Committee. We went and we presented our case, and he was just happy. He said, "This is a project that we need in Oklahoma." It would cost approximately $4 million. But that didn't make any difference with us because we knew the people in Oklahoma would respond. So therefore, we contacted leaders from all over the state, and they came to Oklahoma City. We met at the Petroleum Club. We presented our case. We said that we need to represent all people because Oklahoma is a diversified state. We explained to the people of blacks and whites that the Afro-American Plaza meant that we would have to re-educate black folks and white folks because white folks can't understand, some of them, that black history is white history. How could you dare build an Afro-American Plaza without remembering the Honorable Governor George Nye, who was the first governor in the United States to declare Martin Luther King's birthday a holiday?
That's right.
How could you forget Raymond Gary, who refused to collaborate with Forbes and others during that crisis when the schools were being integrated? How can you forget the whites and the blacks that worked together, that marched together? That's what black history is all about. So they divided up. They divided up and said, "Okay, you all go to work," and we went to work. We asked the people to put what they want on this plaza, and we got responses from all over this state, and we thank you. Our next step was to call the people together and make our report. At that time, we told them that we needed an artist, we need sculptors, we need landscape engineers, and we went to work, and we are working on that now. But the most exciting part about it, we met with our legislators and asked them if they would, because they would have to appropriate $2 million and we would have to raise $2 million. And Mr. Billy Cora, a white attorney, volunteered to serve as head of the finance committee to raise $2 million. And I'm his co-chairman. And I told them that we are going to raise $2 million, but we are going to do it while people are talking about Martin Luther King. I wish I could, and shouting and singing about Martin Luther King. And during Black Heritage Month. And we say that we would set our goal to raise $2 million January, the last of January and February. And I'm happy to report today that we are going to do it because you are on that committee. You're going to help to raise that $2 million. Now, it's your time now. Make the dream of the Oklahoma African American History Plaza a reality right now. Oklahoma African American History Plaza right now. How can you do it? Because you can serve on the committee. Now, we aren't going around and ask you to give us a donation because what we are going to do is give you the information, and if you want it, you'll do it. I'm happy to tell you that over 5,000 people signed the petition saying that we want an African American plaza. Now it's time for you to come out. And during the past week, I told people about it. And I'm happy to report that we are on our way. And I don't need $2 million now. I only need $1,990,000. No, I'm not going to subtract that. But I know you will respond. Now, you are to make your checks not to Clara Luper. You are to make your checks to the Oklahoma Centennial Commemoration Fund and put a notation, African American History Plaza. Or you can say OCCF Incorporated. Right now is our theme, and that lovely Shirley Williams Sullivan wrote a song right now, and it's really hot. You will be hearing it all over the state of Oklahoma. Now, some of you don't understand that we're talking about a state project. We aren't talking about a county, a city. We're talking about a state, and we want to put that plaza at the state capital. So when people come to Oklahoma, they will realize that Oklahoma consists of whites, blacks, Indians, and all people. We need your information. If you can do the job better than we, step up. And if you're going to do it, let's do it. And we've got to do it right now. You know, when we got ready to get an elephant in Oklahoma City, we made an appeal as a city to help buy the elephant. And we raised enough money to buy an elephant. Now, if we care more about an elephant than we do the people that helped to build this state. Now, I had one white person say to me, well, I don't know anything about black history. I said, yes, you do. Because my parents and grandparents went out in Nichols Hill and washed your babies' behinds, fed them. And that's black history.
That's right.
And I mean, I want white folks to respond. Mm-hmm. I want black folks to respond. And don't look at me grinning, saying I'm with you, Clara. You are with history.
That's right.
Because this monument will be there for 100 years. And we want everybody, not one group of people, but everybody to participate. Now, if you have any questions, be sure and ask me right now.
Right.
Right. You can ask her questions. 405-460-1140. Star 1140 is a free call for single or wireless customers. Toll free 1-866-818-5877. It is an absolutely free call. And I love the idea that this is not just a city thing. This is statewide.
Right.
Everybody should be involved because Black history has been affecting each and every one of us. And I think it's a wonderful thing that we can do. Now, you've got some wonderful pamphlets here that explain a lot of information about what's going on and where they can send their monies. Where can they pick these up at?
They can pick those up at the History Department, or they can pick them up at the Centennial office. That's 133 West Main Street in Oklahoma City, in Suite 100.
And we'll have the information here, and we'll try to get, I'm going to try to get this up on our website as well, where you can have a link and you can get all the information, because we all need to be a part of this, making black history. And Ms. Luper, I really want to invite you right now to come back next month. We want to talk to you. We want to talk about the African Americans here, since it's Heritage Month next month, and you have been a great contributor to the history here in Oklahoma.
As well as nationwide.
Well, we want to have a victory party February 28th. At the time, we will have $2 million on the table.
All right. Looking
All right.
forward to it.
You heard it right here. We're going to make it happen. We're going to do everybody. We're going to come together. We're going to make it happen.
You are history.
Yes.
You are history. And we are calling on you to make it happen. We've had people that have called us, and they have given us from $1 to $1,000. And we are so proud. We know we're going to win it right now.
All right.
I like that right now, and no amount is too small.
That's right.
That's right. Just reach into your pocket, and whatever you have, is going to go towards the big picture, the big factor. Don't think that, if I don't have, $100 to give or $50 to give, you give what you got, and you're making a contribution.
That's right. When they dedicated this highway to Clara Luper, we had about 6,000 people. But during the centennial year, which is 2007, when the plaza will be completed, we plan to bring 50,000 people to Oklahoma. That means we're going to fill the hotels. We're going to eat. We're going to really eat. We're going to do it up. And I want everybody, blacks and whites, to come on. Let's do it. Because Oklahoma is a diversified state.
That's right.
We come in all colors, all sizes, all races, and we're going to prove to the world that we are diversified.
All right,
All
wonderful. Right now is the thing. Make the dream of the Oklahoma African American History Plaza a reality, and you can mail your payments, your contributions to the Oklahoma Centennial Commemoration Fund, Incorporated, 133 West Main Street, Suite 100, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73101, and make all checks payable to Oklahoma Centennial Commemoration Fund, Incorporated. And if you want more information, you can contact Ms. Luper at 405-424-3949 or Billy Cole at 405-830-5288. We thank you so much, Ms. Luper, and we're looking forward to the wonderful celebration of reaching that goal. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Right now. This is Open Mic. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Open Mic after this.